Welcome, everybody. A little technical glitch already. God damn it. But anyway, here we go. This is a live Triple B Experience interview show. And tonight, I got the most uncensored, most extreme, most controversial wrestling podcast going out there. Takes mine to the Hilton. These guys are on the mountaintop. So tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce from Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. The guys, all three of them, are in the house tonight live, taking your questions, your comments, and we will be talking some wrestling, and we will be talking about how these guys got to be the most controversial podcast in Western Pennsylvania. So first and foremost, this is the man from J-Town. He is the king, Mr. Larry Stryker, part of the Mania panel also. Larry, how you doing?
Hey, Bubba, what's happening? I like that intro. It's pretty good.
Oh, I was on the fly. I mean, because I had a little glitch there, and I was, a little delay there, and I don't know what happened. So, well, thanks for coming to the show. This should be exciting because this is the first time ever that your two counterparts are with you tonight.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately, they're
oh,
here.
oh
Yeah, they're
God,
definitely here.
oh my. Okay, well, one of his cohorts, he's the main event. He's the guy that's on time, and he tells it the way it is. It's the main event, JJ Lon. Jay, how you doing?
Bubba, an honor and a privilege to share the screen with you. That guy up in the corner there, I'm not so sure, but honor and a privilege. Thanks for having me, and thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for coming on. I know you guys, everybody was trying to get their schedules, you know what I mean? And I appreciate you guys coming on. Okay, the anchor, the last but not least, I'm going to do this right. The miner of desire, the freak from Q Creek. And where the fuck is Q Creek? I have no idea. Jason Reese. Jason, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Bubba. How are you?
Where the hell is Q Creek at?
It's actually over by did you ever hear of Sipesville?
Sykesville?
Sipes.
Oh no, I heard Sykesville, the rhododendron. It was a strip joint
It's
on.
out you go out past the Somerset Walmart there.
Oh no, I never heard of that. Oh, I'm getting a
It's way out
geological.
there.
Oh wow.
Bubba,
Okay.
that's where the Q Creek miners were rescued years ago.
Oh, okay. For real?
He was one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
true
for real?
story. My stepdad actually helped rescue him.
Oh wow. Oh, God bless you. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. We've got some people in the Facebook comments. Anybody that wants to come on and comment, ask these guys a question because they're going to talk about their upbringing in the podcasting world. This is raw, uncut, uncensored. These guys are extreme. And if you don't like the language, go watch Walt Disney right now. I guess that's all I got to tell you. So, Chris Anderson, thanks for tuning on. And let me ask you, starting with you, Larry, what and when did you come up with this concept of doing a podcast?
Well, it was about almost 3 years, Jay. So there's a whole story behind this.
Well, I want to hear it.
Well, you're gonna get it.
Okay.
Not many people know about it.
Oh,
but
geez.
me and Jay's been best friends since 5th grade. Jay's third time in 5th grade, my first.
So hey, Bubba,
Yeah.
first off, that's bullshit. The best 8 years of Larry's life were spent in 5th grade, but we won't talk about that.
But
Okay.
anyway, Bubba, so
Okay.
we've been best friends since 5th grade.
Okay.
And up to a few years ago, there was a glitch that came in between our friendship at one point, and
it had red hair.
And
Oh, okay.
and so we didn't talk for a few years, and then one day we decided to hash things out, and we met up, we talked, and Jay, what was it? The first night or the second time we met, we both said we should start up a wrestling podcast, and
I want to say it was that was our first meeting in like 5 years. And
really, so you guys haven't talked, and then 5 years you guys met each other in the the worlds collided and you guys just started talking and wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I had what the hell does Austin say? I had a come to Jesus meeting, and I'm like, I gotta talk to this guy and see where he's at. And if he tells me, I sent him a message one night. It was like 2:00 in the morning.
Mhm.
I sent him a message and I said, I'd like to meet up with you and we can hash this shit out. And if you don't want to, tell me to go fuck myself and I deserve it.
Okay.
But we met up.
Did you guys go somewhere to eat? Did you guys go somewhere to eat?
Yeah.
What do you think, Bubba? Wait, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh, I knew. I figured. I just took a guess.
We sure as hell didn't go to the YMCA.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we weren't at Planet Fitness.
Hey, yeah, it's a cheap place there. But okay, so you guys started talking, and then you guys started doing some podcasting. And before I want to give us some shout outs to some people in the comment section. The legendary Paul Atlas is in the house right now. Paul, thanks for tuning in.
Hi,
Chris
Paul.
said, what was the moment that you guys got into professional wrestling podcasting? Craig Fitzpatrick, hello, Bubba. The rest of the gentlemen checking in from beautiful Patton, Pennsylvania. Dominic D'Angelo, who just did a great interview for me and is actually going to the WWE press conference, has tuned in. And big shout out to Dominic. And if you guys ever want to listen to One of a Kind with RVD, he is the host of that podcast. So I appreciate him jumping on. And Raymond, thanks for jumping on. So let's get back. I just wanted to put that out there because these people, I want to give everybody a shout out because that's what I try to do. So you guys ate, and then you guys conversed on how you guys wanted to get back into the good graces and friendship and then do a podcast.
Yeah. So, you know, we ate and, we, like I said, we mentioned about doing a podcast. We thought about it and we went a couple of days later, we went to Five Below, bought a $5 microphone, a $5 webcam. And now we're podcast fucking kings here.
So what year did you start? What year did you guys start podcasting?
Ooh, so 3 years ago. So 21.
You need to use your clipboard back there to.
I was using my digits.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so 3 years.
Yeah.
I'd say the beginning of 21, and it was just a comment. I don't remember who made the comment. I want to say it was me, but I can't take full credit for it. We were talking, and Larry and I always, that's what our common bond was.
Wrestling.
We became friends maybe because of that common bond, but I mean, he's like my brother now, but that's what linked us. And,
Gotcha.
And it was just a fleeting comment. Man, everybody else is doing podcasts. We ought to do one.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
And
so
then
how did you?
He
Go
spit
ahead.
his chicken wing out and said, "Yeah, we ought to."
First off, I'm not wasting any chicken wings, so that's a lie.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do ranch. But anyway, now from you two to make it a Freebirds kind of a gimmick here? How did Jay how did Reese come aboard your podcasting?
Reese, do you want to take this, or you want me to answer it?
How did you get involved there, Reese? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like Larry and I had worked together like 10, 15 years ago, and there was that common interest in wrestling, but I randomly got on Facebook and seen that he was live, and I started watching it and started commenting on it, like where he was talking about wrestling and stuff, and a couple of videos later, I guess he had talked to Jay about it and asked me if I wanted to do a podcast or help him with the podcast and stuff. And I was sketchy at first because I hate public speaking. Like I sucked at it in high school.
Okay.
Hated doing speeches and stuff, but getting on here weekly or bi-weekly with these guys has sort of overcome my fear, so to speak.
Okay.
And the good thing about it, Bubba, we get money for him each month from the government. So that's why we keep him on the podcast.
Little subsidized income. I understand. So So, hey, Chris Ward, Joe Betts, thanks for tuning in. So let me ask you all a question, round robin style. What moment made you a professional wrestling fan, Larry?
Watching wrestling with my grandfather when I was younger. I remember he would tell me, wrestling's coming on, let's get ready. So he would make homemade potato chips. We'd sit down and on the floor in front of the TV, and the very first wrestler I remember seeing on TV was Brian Pillman Jr. or Flying Brian. I'm sorry, Flying Brian.
So you were watching WCW,
Or it was either WCW or was, I believe, Smoky Mountain, maybe. I'm not real sure. I can't remember back that far.
I don't know. I'm not sure if he was in Smoky. I don't know. You might be right. I don't know. I had too many shots to the head. So that was your first
memory.
Yeah. So it was Brian Pillman. Seeing Brian Pillman made you get into this love of professional wrestling, watching wrestling.
Yeah, and that was the bond that me and my grandfather had. Me and him loved wrestling, just like Jay said about me and him. That's how our friendship got started. But yeah,
okay,
that's it.
Okay, Jay, what moment made you a professional wrestling fan? If you can go back in last week when you were a fan, when you turned into it last week and saw, what moment?
It was Mania 2.
Ooh, okay.
Mania 2. I remember. Do you remember the company called Finger Hut?
Finger Hut. I remember.
Yes.
It was a mail. It was a mail by order. My mom spent, I want to say, hundreds of dollars on a VCR, and went and bought me the VHS tapes of Mania 2. Just so I could see Piper, Mr. T boxing match, and Bundy, Hogan in the cage. And I've been in love ever since. I was 6 years old.
So it was the VCR tape of Mania 2 in the cage. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, because I think I probably saw some whatever the show was over the weekend. It would be syndicated on a Saturday afternoon. I'm sure I saw something.
Okay.
But I can't remember, but I do remember specifically Mania 2.
Okay. Reese, what's your moment that captivated you into the love of professional wrestling?
It's about the only bond that I had with my dad. Like every night that wrestling was on, we'd sit down and watch wrestling. He would tape every Monday Night Raw. I specifically remember Ultimate Warrior coming out. Him running to the ring, shaking the ropes, full of adrenaline and stuff,
and then blown up 2 minutes later. Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of like what Jay does when his mic doesn't work.
Oh man. Okay. Reese. So was you a Warrior fan?
Yeah. Yeah. Then he would come out to the ring and shake the ropes, and then I'd proceed to run around the house, and anything I touched my hands with, I'd shake like.
Did you have like the binder twine around your forearms and face paint?
I had one of them. I want to say I had. Didn't he have a wrestling buddy?
I'm sure he did. I never had one. I'm so sorry.
He did.
Because then I'd jump off the couch onto the floor onto him, trying to do the Macho Man elbow and.
But by the way, Bubba, Reese he still practices anything he gets his hands on. He takes shit out of.
Well, at least he knows he's good at it. You know what I mean? Like, But hey, Kal-El, thanks for tuning in from the host of Buckle to Buckle. Kal-El's in the house. Hopefully he was under the weather lately, so he's trying to get some content out. So hopefully he feels better to get ready to rock and roll. So you guys, you watched it on TV. Now, Now, Jay and Larry, did you guys go to any live shows together since you guys were friends growing up? Did you guys go to any, like, do you remember your first live event?
Oh yeah, we went to a lot of live events. We
Yeah.
went to the War Memorial. We went to the Kowalczyk Center when the very first wrestling show that was there when we got lost.
Wait, hold up. You got lost where? In Indiana, Pennsylvania?
Listen, hang on, Bubba. There's a whole
Okay.
story to this.
Oh, well, let's hear it.
So I'm driving. We're in
Okay.
a Ford Taurus, okay? We're in a Ford fucking Taurus.
Okay.
Never been to the Kowalczyk Center, was brand new. We had no idea where it's at. Well, my sidekick, he goes, hey, I'll just put it in my phone. I got, we'll find it on the maps.
Uh-huh.
We're in the middle of a fucking cornfield and it says Kowalczyk Center's here. I'm like, there is no Kowalczyk Center here. Well, then
I said what?
Then he proceeds to say, I may have typed it in wrong.
Yeah. I may have fucked up.
Oh my God. Well, what'd you put? Because Indiana, guys, is not a big metropolis.
Well, I don't remember what I put in, but we made it by bell time.
Oh my God, is that funny? Holy shit. Indiana and J-Town's only 45 minutes away. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yes. Yeah.
Not that night. Not that night. It wasn't. It was
an
hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Hopefully, you guys had some road sodas for the road.
I did.
Okay.
I think that was part of the problem why we got lost.
Okay. maybe. So you two actually went to some events and stuff down in the War Memorial and stuff. Now, Reese, did you go to any of the shows growing up down at the War Memorial and stuff like that live?
The one show they had in, I want to say 98, WCW had a show at the War Memorial. I got surprised with tickets to there. So that was really the only event I had went to when I was a kid.
Okay.
And
okay. Well, let me ask you guys another question, and I'm gonna veer off and then go around later on about this. When, Larry, do you remember your first independent wrestling show you went to?
Oh man. Yes, I do.
Okay.
It was. Oh no! You know what? It was KCW.
Okay.
It was KCW at the old Frankstown Armory.
Frankstown Armory. Okay.
Yep.
Right on. That armory is no longer there, right? They tore it down.
Oh really?
I don't know. Did they? I don't know. I'm
not sure.
I'm not sure either. I could be wrong. So, Jay, what was your first taste of independent wrestling?
That same show we went together.
You guys both went. Oh, who was on the show?
Oh, you got me, Bubba.
Probably not me. Probably not me. Was that before the Johnstown TV show, or was it after?
No, it was before.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was before.
Okay.
What the hell? What the hell was that tag team? Youth Gone Wild.
Okay, yeah. Which was Youth Gone Wild, which was Xander Graves and Superstar.
Yeah. And who was that big Randy Orton looking motherfucker?
Randy Orton. Randy Orton.
No, Calvin McGrath.
Oh, that dude. Oh, he wasn't a Bubba fan, and Bubba wasn't a fan of him. But anyway, I wasn't. I mean, I don't care. I thought he was a little egotistical myself. Okay, so that was that Barbell Mafia at that time then.
But that's right, Barbell Mafia.
That's after I got out. Because I quit. I quit that.
Well, no, I saw you there, Bubba. I saw you there.
Well,
yeah,
well,
it was way before Barbell Mafia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I quit way before that. I dropped the strap, gave it to Troy, and said, adios, amigos. So,
you didn't do any more shots after that, Bubba?
No. Well, no. I quit. I quit when I got. Well, here's a story. I quit when I got disrespected by Mr. McGrath because he didn't shake my hand. And I was like, screw this. I'm not dealing with this. And then there was a lot of other controversy, you know what I mean? Like I had to sign a contract for, you know what I mean? I couldn't wrestle anywhere else or something like that for Channel 8 new TV show or something. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I couldn't even pick my own freaking music. But anyway, yeah. But yeah. I did a Rose In show, and I think that was, and then after we won the title, then I gave the belt to Troy, and then I just said to hell with it. So I just moved on. But yeah, he wasn't. Oh, that's funny. And also, first independent show, UCW. Oh wow. Okay, I remember that. Was that who promoted that? I don't know. That Chris Ashton, I think. I'm not sure. So, hey Reese, what was your first live independent show?
It's actually late to the scene here.
Late to the scene? Well, that's okay.
When Matt Hardy was over here in Wimber, like I was like, oh man, I want to go to this.
Oh, that was Maryland Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
I was ready to go to it, and then at the last second I was forced to work. So I ended up not going to that. But the first independent show would have been Imagine a couple years ago.
Okay. You guys got some fans out there.
I wasn't gonna go to an independent show myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, you guys got some fans.
Nice.
Yeah, all right.
Very nice.
There we go. Well, Craig Fitzpatrick, he's been a longtime fan for many years in the independent scene and on podcasting. He said the Johnstown War Memorial was a place back in the day for WWE. Saw British Bulldog, JYD, Nikolai Volkov. Saw Bobby the Brain wrestle in a steel cage. Saw George Animal Steel. And then Edge and Christian Undertaker met Mick Foley. And he said KCW was his first live show for him. So KCW was, at Main Street Hobby. Yeah. And if you want to plug Main Street Hobby there, Larry, you can right now. Go ahead, because you know more about it than me. That's one of your promotional stuff.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. My buddy Tony Penna owns Main Street Hobby. It's a collectible store down in Johnstown. It's part of the Castle complex, you want to call it. So check them out.
Okay. So now let's get back to a little bit of the podcasting stuff. So you guys are getting into podcasting. What can you think of was one of the negative things doing a podcast show, Larry?
Yeah. Jay always.
Jesus, he's throwing you out there on Front Street already.
No. It's the most negative thing was I can't blame Jay, but we can never. At first, Jay, you remember we can never figure out what we wanted to talk about. Like you just wanted to shoot the shit, and I wanted to have topics. We can never figure anything out. Do you remember that at first?
You were more like script oriented.
Yes.
And I just wanted to
shoot from the fly.
Because that's the way we are. He's very, very regimented, and this just is not in podcast. This is in our real lives.
Okay.
He's very to the point. He has a schedule. I hate being held to a schedule.
Okay. Well, I understand. So what, Jay, what was your worst or negative aspect of getting into this podcast world?
Man, I don't know about negatives.
Okay.
I just
give me a positive. I'll take a positive. That was my next question. But if you don't have any negatives, you can go right to a positive.
No, I do have one. I don't know it's necessarily negative, but we were trying to pump out so much shit that Larry was booking 2-a-days.
Oh wow! Way to go, Coach Gower. All right.
Yeah. He was booking 2-a-days, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! And then it became boring for a little while.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I can pick a negative, that's what it would be.
Okay. Reese, what was any negative aspect of doing this podcast that you can think of offhand?
Probably trying to reach out to potential guests and.
Yep, I agree with you.
Getting the left on red.
That irritates. That irritates me. So you are the guy that actually tries to get the guests for the show, try to correspond. You're one of them.
There's a few that I reach out to. Larry mainly reaches out to him. I've gotten a few. Jay's gotten a few.
Oh, yeah, doesn't that irritate you guys when they don't get you back? Like, and you send it in the mailbox, and everybody reads their mail, and they just, hey, look, I don't want to do it, or hey, I can't do it, or now let me ask you guys, anybody, you guys, you don't have to give names or anything like that. I don't want to start the controversy off early here in 25 minutes into it. Anybody, you guys ask anybody that anybody's like, hey, you got to pay me to come on your show?
Nobody to pay. But
Okay.
like Reese said, a lot of unreads. And I don't care. I'll name drop.
Well, go ahead, Dad.
Our boy Patrick Clark, better known as the Velveteen Dream.
Oh yeah. Oh, he never looked at it.
Nope. I reached out to him twice.
Wow.
Never read it. Never opened it. So
well,
me and Jay talk. And I say, hey, I reached out to so and so. They didn't read read it yet. Yada yada yada. We move on.
Okay.
That's the way you got it. That's the way we do it. I don't know about you, but
well, I get pissed off and I just keep trugging along and I just throw about 10 on the wall, and then a lot of guys actually get back to me. Some of them, like Dominic and his brother. His brother got back to me, and some other people get back to me, and you know what I mean. But the bigger names, they don't even look on their Facebook thing. They don't even see it. So right. I mean, they think they're all that in a bag of chips.
There was one that, see, I'm in the getting 8x10s and stuff, and this particular person did a virtual signing for somebody, and I messaged Larry. I'm like, I'm gonna try and get this person, and I messaged them on Facebook and got a reply, and they were like, oh, we'll send this to my email. Well, then it got back to where it was like once every week or 2 weeks that we were communicating, and then dropped off the face of the earth. And then, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months later, I was like, I'm going to try one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when they got into a different promotion and stuff. So then I had to go through all these hoops and stuff. Well, reach out to this person that's taking care of me, and then they sent me to somebody else. It's like, oh my God, is it even worth it?
Right. Well, I think right here, I got some. Lower level guys always ask for money, and I can't believe it. See, Dom. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, Dom. You're absolutely right. It's just, it is free publicity. We as podcasters are given free publicity and having the format to actually try to entertain the masses and bringing them on. So let's go from the negative stuff to a great positive. What's the most positive thing you could do since you've been into the wrestling podcasting field, Larry? What's the best?
Well, honestly, this is going to sound kind of cheesy, but
thanks, Shane.
When we get together, we do these podcasts, us as a group, you always hear us say we're the shitheads. But we always bond. It's more like a family, I would say, like Jay said earlier, us being brothers. But then it branches out more, like, I've known you for years, Bubba, but not known you like I know you now, because now we're really good friends. We talk a lot during the week, and meeting new people, whether it's through you or like Shane and all them guys. I met them through you. But yeah, I think it's more of being with the guys and talking, what we love the most. Well, I can't say love the most, but we love wrestling.
Well, special field correspondent Shane. I don't think they're related, Shane. And they can answer that question. You guys are not. You guys are. You're all friends. No relation, correct?
No.
Correct.
Me and Jay are just. In 5th grade we were blood brothers.
Oh, okay, you guys cut your wrists and stuff like that.
I think I cut a pinky and he cut a pinky. But
whatever. Okay.
So the story on that, I was at my previous job, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm doing this podcast. You guys should watch. Well, two of them were watching, and I went in the next day, and they're like, are you and that JJ? Is that your dad?
Oh, Jay, how'd you take that? Jay, how'd you take that response?
You know what? I've never really had one of my own. I'll take them.
So
Well,
you
you
should.
should.
There are kind of some similarities: lack of hair, the tattoos.
Yeah.
So, so Jay, what's because you didn't have much negative. What's a big positive for you doing these wrestling podcasts and stuff?
I've met so many new people. Like just to go off of what Larry said, I've met so many new people, and the wrestling, the pro wrestling, the indie wrestling, the wrestling community as a whole, there's a lot of good people. And if they enjoy what we do, we could get a shitload of views or we could get none. We enjoy doing it.
Right.
But if somebody else enjoys watching what we do, that's a plus. And again, like I've known you for a lot of years, Bubba. Again, like Larry said, but I know you better now, and we're better off for it. I did Troy. I've known Troy for years. I know Troy better now.
Mhm.
Like it's just there's a hell of a lot more positive than there is negative.
Right. I agree. I totally agree with that.
Yep.
So Reese, what about you?
I think the main positive for me is, when we're interviewing these guests and stuff, like we hear about their hardships and stuff. Like we did Davis a couple months ago, and his story has stuck to me. With his tragedy and stuff, and
Oh,
how he's
okay.
overcome it and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the podcasting world to me, it's a community where people band together and they promote stuff, which is something that I've never seen before. Because in this podcasting world, there's no controversy and there's no politics. And I can say that from the depths of my soul, where everything else is all political. It's so I don't want to get negative until we maybe get on conversations where we start getting some raw and uncensored comments. But what was your best interview, Larry, that you did on the show that you can remember?
Oh man. Well, according to us, every interview is good.
Okay.
After every show, but oh man. Bill Collier was good.
Mhm.
We had him on a few times. We had the Rad Boys on a few times, which
Great.
they are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. And these names are going to be talking about here in another segment, so it'll be
Oh, okay.
it's going to flow right in. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've had a few very good ones,
Mhm.
but also we had a few very fucking bad ones. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Was that
So-
one guy? Was one guy or something? One worker that was just out there?
yeah. Well, you want to hear a story, Bubba?
Well, sure. That's what we're here
All
for.
right, let's tell a little story.
Okay.
So we bring this guy on. Let's just call him Lawrence.
Okay.
We'll call him Lawrence.
Lawrence of
This
Arabia. Okay.
This was in the era of the two-a-days.
Okay.
Yes. And just how ironic it was on 420.
Oh, I've seen that show. Yep. I've seen that show. Yep.
Well, needless to say, he was blazing up during the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And it was live.
Uh-huh.
After we got off of that night, I talked to Jay. I said, I deleted that. We can't have that on.
Okay.
I mean, he was literally blazing up right on live.
Yeah, if you wanted to get sponsorships and you want to get promoted out there, you can't. I mean, when I drink an icy light or something, I'll show the can and see if they promote me. I'll do that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I understand that one. That would be I remember that one. That one, he was out there, Lawrence of Arabia. He was out there, man.
Well, and it wasn't like it was like you couldn't even make an excuse for it. It
Right.
wasn't a joint. It wasn't a blunt. He pulled a goddamn bong out.
Yeah, you can't have that.
And right on camera, me and Larry looked at each other like,
Yeah. and probably, guys, he was probably doing that. He was smoking up, probably getting out into the ring, and he was probably a catastrophe, an accident waiting to happen, and he probably wasn't a safe worker because he was probably neglect and reckless, and you can't have that because then stuff gets well. Rob can do it. RVD can do it all the time, Dom. That RVD is an exception to the rule here because he was a world champion and he can toke up and he can do it every once and still put on a 5-star match. That guy probably can't even know where the curtain is to get out to the ring. But
and RVD was trained. I don't think this guy was fucking trained.
Okay. Yeah. I got some people in the comments. Mr. Ken Downs is in the house. Mr. Cato, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. He said, hi, guys. Hope you all are well. Craig said, hey, man, keep up the good work with Imagine. He's talking about it. He thinks it's the best independent promotion ever. Big Matt's in the house and Shane's in the house. And
awesome.
Okay, so let's speaking of independent stuff, and you guys threw some names out there. What do you guys think as podcasters? Because you guys are doing podcasting shows about independent wrestling. You're getting guys on that are mostly independent because you're trying to get some names on. You're trying to be entertaining. You guys go to shows. What do you think the state of independent wrestling is right now in Western Pennsylvania? It's a hot take. I got the mic on. Go.
Well,
you go first, Larry.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that, Bubba.
You're welcome, Larry.
So I think two cool guys and Larry. I appreciate that.
That sounds like
probably Tony.
Sitcom.
That's probably Tony. That's probably your boy Tony.
Whoever that jackass is talking like that. Anyway, indie wrestling in Western Pennsylvania is hot right now. It's really good. There's a lot of independent companies in Western Pennsylvania. You got Imagine, you got Rise, you got IWC, you got RWA.
I don't know how to do this with the
help me out, Bubba.
KSWA.
Enjoy.
It's Donnie Fulmer. You got Imagine. You got Imagine. RWA, Rise Wrestling, IWC. You got PWX. You got KSWA. You got MVP on Thursday nights now, and then you got other ones that are running. Sammy Elias is running a show out of, you know what I mean? So close to 10, maybe close to 10 federations.
And then I mean, there's other ones out there too.
Well, you can name them too. What, 814 or 724 or 813 or 814? That's what the Eclipse. I mean, hey, they get some guys on there. I've been to a show. Eclipse.
Yeah. They're there.
Okay.
But I mean, if
Bubba, please don't poke that goddamn bear, please.
Okay.
Just let me say this.
It's like Pillsbury.
If you want to see very good professional wrestling,
okay,
you're gonna want to go to Imagine Wrestling.
Okay,
you're gonna want to go to IWC.
Okay, why do you want to go to Imagine Wrestling? Give people that's listening why. Why do they want to go to Imagine Wrestling, and why would they want to go to IWC? Why would they want to go to these shows, guys?
Well, me personally, Imagine, if you've never been to an Imagine Wrestling show before, you are closer to the action more than anything that I've ever seen in independent wrestling.
Okay.
The wrestling is good. The crowds are always hot. And including the building in the summer, it's fucking hot. Let me tell you. But but honestly, Imagine is and we go to Imagine a lot. We probably go to Imagine more than anything.
Okay.
But we formed a lot of friendships with a few of those guys in Imagine, and
Mm-hmm.
we just like going to see good wrestling. Even if their heavyweight champion cheated to get the belt, but
Hey.
other than that,
Okay. Well, let me ask these other two the questions, and I'll
all
go
right,
back to that. Okay, because I have a lot of people in the chat room right now. So, okay, so Jay, what's your opinion of
The-
independent wrestling scene right now?
it's hot as hell, and like Larry said with Imagine, um, you're always, no matter what the card is, they can just they can announce their show date and not announce a main event, not announce a card. You're still getting a packed house.
Okay. Well, they have the devoted fans, and that's good. I mean, devoted fans paying, spending their hard-earned money once a month, because I remember when I ran, it was $10. Now it's $20, $25. You know what I mean? Like, if I was getting $20, $25 back in the day, I'd probably still be running. But
yeah, but they have so many devoted fans though that they will pack a goddamn building.
Okay.
Without knowing the card. And I haven't been to an IWC show in a long time, but I have a feeling that it's that way also down there. Reese, am I right or wrong?
Yeah. That's where you go sometimes, Reese, then? So you go to Imagine and IWC, and that's probably your two main components of the independent palette?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to branch out, see others, just see what they're offering. But with Imagine and IWC, it could be 90 degrees out, it could be 10 degrees out. You're still going to have your fans waiting out a half hour, 45 minutes before the show starts. So the weather isn't going to weather the fans away.
Okay.
The wrestling is, both places is really good. The action, it's hot.
Okay. And you guys haven't been out. You guys haven't been out anywhere else to see like Rise, And I mean, I go everywhere though. I'm like a lone wolf travel. It sucks going by myself. And to get back to you, Lair. Yeah, I couldn't make it to the last show. And I really wanted to see, Coleman. And you didn't. Now you don't like Coleman, and Coleman's the champ. And you come on the show, the Mania show, and I thought you and Chris were going to actually verbally get it into a joust on that.
Right.
Now, Reese and Jay, do you like Coleman as a champion? I'm going to ask you guys.
I've been a big fan of Coleman. I've known him personally for well over 2 decades.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan.
Gotcha. Reese?
Yeah. I think it's deserving.
Okay.
I like him.
Now, how do you guys work a podcast when the guy upstairs there doesn't agree with it? Over there.
It's rough.
It is. It's a little rough because he'll mute you. He'll take you right off the screen. If you don't agree with him, you're pretty much you're lower than whale shit. But we suffer through, Bubba.
Well, I understand, and I think Coleman is deserving. I think Chris, he's the last of the Mohicans for me. He's one of the last ones besides Bill Collier that's still from the old APWF that's still going strong, and 20 some years in the business. I mean, God bless him. You know what I mean? So that he's the world beater, Larry, and
the world cheater, not the world beater, the world cheater.
Well, like I said before, Larry, at the last show when he got fucked over, and I walked out because I was pissed off, and that's a shoot, that's real. I was upset. I ain't lying. Hey, what do I care? But I mean, he got screwed. Then he just said, "Hey, I'm tired of getting screwed. I'm taking the opportunities that are coming, and I'm going to win myself a championship." And he did it.
Well, I hear today, in on our Facebook group. Somebody mentioned about Coleman getting cheated out. Last time he was there for a title defense, he got cheated, but I didn't see it that way. He got beat fair and square to me. I mean,
not when he not the one I want. The one I was there, he didn't.
maybe we were looking at something else, Bubba. But I
was standing up. Well, that was when I got called a fat ass and I was going ballistic, and then I was like, hey, I was gonna, let's not talk about that. But anyway,
Bubba,
yo.
The bottom line is this: if you don't agree with the king, you're wrong.
Oh, well, geez. Okay, well, that's okay. That's okay. I got some. Steve Jordan says hello. Horsepower from PWX is in the house. Craig says, dude, I'm legit afraid of Chris Coleman, and I'm not gonna boo the man. He says, see, Larry.
Don't be afraid of him.
Yeah. Steve Jordan said the indie scene is getting hot because the attendance at each of the companies I work for, and that's out in New Jersey, are like $20 to $50 depending on their guest wrestlers. Donnie Fulmer's like, lucky I can't. Come on, Larry. I'm telling you, you're gonna piss off Mr. Tap Out. And he said Larry's blind. And then Horsepower says, what's up? So you're gonna see Donnie. You'll see him soon, I'm sure. Oh wow, from Oklahoma. Thank you, Eric, for tuning in. God bless you. From Oklahoma, gentlemen.
That's my longtime close personal friend, Eric Cassidy.
Okay. Well, Eric, thank you for tuning in to listen to the Pro Wrestling Stream Talk, guys, and I appreciate it. Is he a military guy? Because that looks like a military.
Yes, sir. Yes, he is.
Well, God bless you, sir.
Served us for many years.
Yeah, awesome. So, okay, we talked enough about the independent wrestling scene. It is very hot now, but the only thing that irritates me is everybody has a show on the same day, and I can't go everywhere. Yeah. So that is the biggest bitch I have. You got Fridays. Oh, and I forgot Pro Prospect Wrestling. See, there's 10. There's 10 federations. So, and then I didn't want to read what. I was going to read what Craig Fitzpatrick wrote this. Well, Bubba has a good idea with getting all the best independent promotions together on one big show. Oh, well, thank you, Craig. I try. Still waiting on my promoter's license because I effed up and I'm still waiting for the insurity bond. I got the insurity bond, ladies and gentlemen, but I got to wait. So, I mean, it's still a process. I got people looking for buildings, though. I really do. But it's not about me. It's about we. It's we the people.
The masses.
Yeah. So okay, let's go into some recent wrestling stuff. Let me get your take on this. I'm not talking Vinnie Mac shit. Let's get your take on the Cody Rhodes Roman. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Roman, I will do that if they pay me, and then I got a producer telling me to talk about it.
That's
Roman
shitty,
Cody.
Bubba, that's shitty.
Huh? That's shitty. Very shitty.
That's shitty.
Yeah, I know. So what's your take? What's your take, Blair, on the Cody situation and the Roman Reigns, all that situation this past week here? Because that seems like it's a hot topic right now. Huge.
It is. And I'm glad that Cody's getting screwed.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I think The Rock deserves to go and fight Roman Reigns.
How do you guys do it? Why would you? I know it's The Rock. Oh God, I'm going to go on my soapbox. It's The Rock, but you know what? That's like him. He's booking himself in his own match. Oh, what the hell, Larry?
Well, Bubba, I mean, every Monday or every Friday, whatever night he shows up, it's the same old thing. Cody talks about Dusty. Cody starts crying. Cody wants to finish the fucking story.
Well, the story's not finished, Larry. JJ, tell him, goddammit.
And it's going to take him a while. That fucking Stardust motherfucker.
Holy shit. Jay, go ahead. The platform's yours.
Bubba, I just take great pride in the fact that somebody else sees that this asshole doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's butthurt that Punk got hurt because he's 45 fucking years old and can't compete anymore. He's pissed off. He wants Punk to do everything, and he better be in trunks and not long boys.
And we can thank Drew McIntyre for that.
Oh, well, can't stand him either.
Oh, come on, Larry.
I call like I see it,
Bubba, just more proof that this asswipe doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
And he's the king of your podcast.
He's the king of don't know what the fuck.
He's the king of the make-believe.
He's a king of
I
nothing.
love you, Larry, but damn, I can't believe, like, Reese, what do you think about this situation? Are you kind of agreeing with me, or do you want The Rock to come in out of nowhere to take this spot?
I'm actually gonna side with Larry on this one.
What?
What?
Yeah,
What?
I like Cody Rhodes, but at the same time,
Oh my God.
it's the same story from last year. He wins the Rumble, faces Roman at WrestleMania, loses. What's different this year?
Wow.
Somebody just earned themselves a raise on the podcast.
So now they're gonna try to give him the Daniel Bryan movement and make
I
it
knew
even more.
I fucking knew your mom dropped you on
go,
your head when you were
Go,
a
Jay.
kid.
Go, Jay.
That's
Well-
exactly what they're doing.
This is the last time that
Exactly.
in Pro Wrestling Extreme podcast will ever promote and podcast together, because it seems like there's
And-
controversy in
And the
River
thing
City.
is, the Rock is behind the "We Want Cody" movement
So then why'd he take his main event spot?
because he's fucking power hungry.
Because he needed to
Sad.
do a Black Adam too, and he couldn't do that. So
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he fucked that whole entire DC universe up. So
I did like the Black Adam though. What's up, fellas?
What's
Okay.
up?
I got Donnie Fulmer said Larry is blind. Steve Jordan said Coleman is a good athlete, and him being cheated on one of those shows is a letdown. Horsepower said easier said than done. Fulmer said, did Larry hit his head? Did you hit your head, Larry, recently?
No, I haven't.
Or playing under power lines, eating lead paint chips?
I'm
I
going to
still-
side with Shane here. Like, they're dragging this Cody story out.
Okay. Steve said, I don't think The Rock is a really good fit right now. The fans don't want it. They want Cody. And he said JJ is the only cool one. Yeah, but I mean, here's my synapse of the situation. Like I said today on the radio show in Beaver County when I was on, I think that Cody is not making his choice. You know who's making his choice? Seth Rollins is making his choice. So Seth is going to pick him. He's not going to pick anything. He's going to beat Seth Saturday, and then Sunday he's going to go in. It's going to be a three-way, and then the story is finished when he unifies the title in one belt. I think that's going to happen. You okay with that, Larry? Is that okay? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's your podcast, Bubba. You say what you want.
You can say it.
Larry's not going to be happy with anything unless he hears the fucking the cult of personality.
Well, I heard he's going to be the general manager now because they got to keep him on TV.
Really?
That's what I hear. And, you know, the wrestling fans are so finicky that The Rock's daughter had to take herself off Twitter because she got death threats out of this. The wrestling fans are rabid. They're crazy.
Well, now she's the GM of NXT.
Yeah, she's more of a Larry's more of a GM than she is.
Which is imagine what ground that covers.
Yeah. So Jake Wiley's in the house, one of the Rad Boys.
What's up, Jake?
Half of every tag team championship on the East Coast, and that's the way they should be. They are they're the Rock and Roll Express, man. What's your opinion on the Rad Boys, gentlemen? Since one of the halves in there, Jake Wiley. What's your opinion on the Rad Boys?
Who's the Rad Boys?
What the fuck is wrong with you, Larry?
Anyway, no,
Jesus Christ, 3 fucking strikes, you're out.
You know what, Bubba? He don't like them because they wear long tights.
Oh my god.
No,
okay.
Honestly, like I said earlier, Rock over Cody.
Oh, Shane.
The Rad Boys are the hottest tag team on the East Coast, if not further than the East Coast. I mean,
gotcha.
They're hot right now. They're really hot.
Yep, I agree. I totally. Jay, what's your opinion on the Rad Boys since one of the half of the Rad Boys is in the house?
They are the modern day Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, Rockers.
Gotcha.
They're tag team wrestling. They've got it down. They've got it down to a goddamn science.
Okay. Craig says he still wants to see the Rad Boys turn heel. Ooh.
Oh man.
Ooh. I'd still be a fan. I wouldn't care. Reese,
that'd be
Reese, what about
interesting.
you? What about you, brother? Because you got like an energy drink. Didn't they like dump it all over you?
Yeah, that was a cool moment. They're good group of guys. They hoping that they take the straps here in a couple weeks.
Well,
keep them.
Jake is got some comments here. Steve Jordan said the Rad Boys are doing well for themselves. I see them being the tops within the 6 months from now on. Keep rocking, guys. Jake said this Saturday night, Rise Wrestling double dog collar match.
Ooh.
Shades of Greg the Hammer Valentine and Roddy Piper. And Jake says,
Wow.
thank you guys for the compliments. We love you guys. I love the Rad Boys. I don't give a shit if the Rad Boys are faces or heels. I don't care. I'm still in their corner. Same as Chris Coleman there, Larry.
Sorry about that, Bubba. I mean,
you don't have to be sorry.
I agree with you.
I'm a big boy. I can walk in and say whatever I want, but I'm cool. But hey, guys, before you guys get out of here, I got 5 questions for you, and you can answer them any way you want. Larry,
Sir.
what's your favorite movie?
Oh man. Well, it's not the Goonies.
Yeah, because you never fucking seen it. Keep going.
Never seen it. Oh, yeah, I got to go with the Gremlins.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Jay?
gotta go with the Gremlins.
Jay, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Goodfellas.
Ooh, that's a nice pick. Reese, your favorite movie of all time?
Remember the Titans.
Ooh, good movie. Good movie. You guys got 2 good movies, and fucking Larry got the Gremlins.
What's wrong with the Gremlins?
Okay, your all-time male wrestler of all time, Larry.
CM Punk.
Jesus Christ. Well, Jake Wiley said Larry had never seen the Goonies. Yeah, what? Yeah, I keep saying it all the time. Jay, who's your favorite male wrestler of all time?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. Oh, okay. Reese?
Undertaker.
Okay, I got lucky I wanted a double Russian chain match, but the opponents turned it down. Donnie Former said, Craig says, hey, you got to hand it to the Rad Boys. They're a good damn team, and they have the energy to pump up the crowd. They got it. And, okay. Favorite female wrestler? Larry, you probably got 30. You can only pick one because I heard your show. You only get one. One female wrestler.
I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this.
Yes, you probably are.
I'm gonna go with Eva Marie.
What the fuck? What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, I go.
Yeah, if she's wrestling you in bed, maybe, but I'm talking in a match.
Well, I mean, her wrestling skills are top notch, and then on top of being sexy, yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
No,
Has
I
she
like
actually ever had a?
She's never had a match. Maybe one match.
Oh, come on! You just
wardrobe malfunctions.
Jay, your best female wrestler.
Lita.
Okay. Steve Jordan said Bob Backlund, and Craig says Lita. He picked Lita. Lita would be Steve's also. Reese, who's yours?
Jamie Hayter.
And Mr. Tap Out said put Larry in concussion protocol. So okay, your best tag team, and I can if you say the fucking Mookie Brothers, I'm shutting this fucker down.
The Monkeys.
He says the Monkeys. I love you guys, but I'm shutting it down. I can only imagine what he's gonna say.
I'm gonna go with the Killer Bees.
I'm going to throw my comic books at you. What the hell? Yes. That's mine too, Eric. Yes.
I
Jay?
like the Killer Bees.
Oh, you like the Killer Bees. Holy shit. Go ahead, Jay.
The Midnight Express, Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton.
Gotcha. Jake says Tiffany Stratton all day, baby. Or Jamie Hayter, he said. And Malky's 2.0 is the Young Bucks. Yeah, I agree. Reese,
I'm surprised Larry didn't say Young
I'm
Bucks.
surprised he didn't say either. He did that he tried to be nostalgic and then to piss me off because he's like 0-4 now. So Reese, who's your
I might go with Rick and Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers.
Okay. Steve Jordan said the British
Nice.
Bulldogs. Okay, if you guys have to go out to eat, what are you eating and what concert would you go to? Larry?
Woo. I'm gonna say chicken wings, and we're gonna go. Me and Jay's gonna go fucking see Hinder.
Yo, who the hell's that?
And that's a true story. That's
Okay.
a true
That is a
story.
true. That is the truth. And you know what, Bubba? I'm not even going to change it. I'm going right along with it.
Okay. That's a story and a story. And what are you eating before you go?
I'm going to have tacos. Well, he's going to have chicken wings. I'm going to have tacos.
Okay. Reese, what are you eating and what concert are you going to go see?
Wings and Metallica.
Nice. Jake says Strike Force. Damn good team. Craig said, nice, gonna say the Dudleys. Uh-oh. Hold on. I got a question for you. Oh, wait. Oh, that's something else. I don't know. That was the world beater. I didn't know if the world beater wanted to come on and kick your ass because he figured he was talking about you.
Bubba, this is our time. This isn't the World Cheaters time.
Okay. Okay, so where do you see your podcast a year from now, guys?
A year from now, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
The Grateful Dead and spaghetti. That's pretty good.
that's great. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I want to see it, just continue rolling. I just, we're, it wasn't mentioned earlier, but we're not doing this to be monetized or anything. We're
Right.
doing this just to have fun. But
Right.
as long as our schedules, we can do with our schedules and keep doing it and just having fun. And if we grow bigger a year down the road, great. If not, great too.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with what we're doing now, and my work schedule was changed, so I'm able to jump on more. There was a couple of months there where I couldn't contribute as much as I wanted to, but
And we were
just
thankful for that too, by the way, Bubba.
Oh,
Thank
Jesus.
you.
Well, you're 0-4, Larry. You're on my shit list. Go, Jay.
and just the fact that you asked us to be on, this is us being on the other side of the coin. We normally do the interviewing, and this was very fun for me. I'll just say that. But if we stay at this level, I'm good with it. If we happen to branch out, I'm good. I'm good with it also.
Okay, right on. Reese?
I mean, I'm comfortable where we are now, but if we keep making our strides and doing our thing, the sky's the ceiling.
I feel you. I'm the same way. Because I if you guys have time, I mean, if you guys ever have time and ever want to come on a show to make a pick, you guys are more than welcome anytime to do the Mania Megacast picks, because I can fit 10 people on the thing. So if you guys ever want to, especially like WrestleMania or something like that, you guys, the whole podcast can come on. You guys can keep coming on, you know what I mean? Because it adds a flair. And since Larry's being a condescending prick, I need all the help I can get. So, well, I mean, you do your schedule.
So now, how do you think these guys feel? This is how I am all the time.
So you know my life for the past like 38 years.
So one word to describe your podcast, Larry, what would it be?
Entertaining.
Okay. Jay?
Extreme.
Reese?
Egotistical.
Ooh, I like that.
I feel attacked.
Well,
you should.
If you feeling some kind of way, Larry, you feeling some kind of way? Wow. So, okay, well, you know what, guys? I besides Larry's debacle of the Killer Bees, and his Eva Marie fucking bullshit, I appreciate you guys coming on. But before you guys go, is there anything you guys want to plug before you guys get out of here?
Good,
guys,
Larry.
You just want me to take it?
Take it on, brother.
All right.
You're the spokesman. You're the so-called fucking king. Hit it.
That's right. Well, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and Instagram, and Twitter, X. Excuse me.
Pardon. You're excused.
That's not yours. Spit it out.
These kids are screaming.
Oh, real funny. But yeah, we got a lot of shows lined up. Just make sure you follow us, and always continue to follow your podcast.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys always give me a shout out. I totally appreciate it, and I try to share all your stuff. I try to come on when I can. I want to say your woman wrestling one, your hottest one. I think Larry was hit in the head a couple times because I don't think anybody said Jade Cargill. I don't think they did, if I remember correctly. I don't think. And Larry probably took Eva Marie in the top 10.
She was what, number 2, I believe.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So if she was number 2, who was your number 1?
I think you had 2 Mandy Rose and 1.
Well, Mandy Rhodes is a better. Yeah, well, Mandy Rhodes is a better wrestler than Eva Marie.
Reese.
Larry's number 1 was Fabulous Moolah.
Oh, okay. She kicked your ass, Larry. She was a tough broad.
Man. Oh, I'm sure.
She was tough, but hey, guys, yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot of shows lined up coming up. We don't release them until a couple days ahead of time. We don't like.
You guys do all yours are recorded, not live.
And me and Jay was talking about this the other night, Bubba. I don't know if you realize this or not, but our recorded shows do much better when we release them later on during the week instead of going live for some reason.
It's a YouTube kind of mystery. I just keep plugging away too. I don't know the algorithms. I swear too much anyway. I'm just like you guys. I do it because I love it. And if I get more experience out there, whatever, and I do too much, I think. I have too many niches. That's what I've been told.
Right. And just one last thing before we get off of here.
Yeah, Larry knows every single one, Eric, of those OnlyFans account. Larry spends $300 a week, $9.99 times that by 100. So go ahead, Larry.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for Eric real quickly. It has to be Mandy Rose because God damn it.
Yeah, because Lacey Evans is a little fucked up. I don't know what she's doing with her feet.
She just did.
It's freaking out me.
They just did a collab together.
Oh,
they did.
There you go, Larry. There's another $20. So anyway, you were saying, Larry, before we get out of here, your rotator cuff. Yeah.
Just
all those posters behind Larry fell down.
I know they fell down. Slippery when wet from Bon Jovi.
Well, no, and he put them back up and didn't use any sort of tape or anything. I don't.
Oh, okay, Larry. I'm sorry. I was getting off the beaten path.
Well, it's not you. It's that asshole down in the corner that keeps interrupting me.
Keep running your dick licker, you motherfucker. Just go ahead.
Anyway, Bubba, one last thing before we get off here. I just want everybody to know, as you can see behind me, Top Guy's out, and Chris Coleman's still a cheater.
Well, I'm going to end that and say no, because the world beater is the champion. So I appreciate you guys for coming on. We got to do this again sometime. Like I said, if you guys want to come on, you have an open invitation to the Mania pick shows. If you guys can come on, and give your picks. This is how we do it. And then Larry will be outgunned maybe. So, but everybody, thanks each one of you guys. Please hit like and subscribe to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. These guys are entertaining. As you heard them tonight, they got to keep Larry in line. So that's a job in itself. But I do appreciate him coming on, and I appreciate everybody jumping on and having comments and questions. And hey, guys, subscribe to my channel too. Hopefully I can make enough that I could go buy some Bob's Pizza and a case of beer.
And a Wapaho.
I'm telling you, they're good sandwiches. So, okay, everybody, thank you. Thanks for coming. Have a great night. Have a good night. Top podcast out, and it's not mine. It's Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. See you guys.
Yeah.